Hi guys, welcome back to Gun Shorts. This week we have another Beretta, and in fact it's another 692. This week I have the Beretta 692 Trap. It's not the 692 X Trap, which is the high rib model. This is the more traditional, just trap version of the 692. Gun is empty, obviously. This gun, if you were to see it on a rack, you wouldn't know its difference until you picked it up. It is visually absolutely identical, the same checkering, same pistol grip, same adjustable trigger, same forend. It's only when you pick it up and you really take a look at it, you will notice that behind the rubber coated top lever is a safety, but it's not a barrel selector, no barrel selector on this gun. And you've got a full length non-tapered rib with a single white front bead. Obviously this non-tapered rib keeps a little bit of extra weight out front, and if you take a look at these barrels you can see how thick they are. This gun is choked 3/4 and full, and I've sat it next to a Perazzi of the same constriction. You can see how much more meat there is in these barrels. All that extra weight adds up to a different balance point than the Sporter, and it definitely sort of tends to want to keep moving when you're sort of tracking a trap bird. You don't want to stop your barrels, and that works very well for that. The trigger is absolutely lovely on this gun. It's really worth mentioning how crisp the trigger pull and the reset is on this particular one. And to be honest, other than that, it is as you would expect a 692 to be, mechanically identical. It's just those heavier tubes with the fixed choke and the slightly different stock shape, which gives you that sort of slightly more head-up position, allows you to see a bit more rib, as you would expect with a traditional trap gun. I have shot a couple of disciplines with it. I tried it obviously on trap, as you would expect. I've shot 100 birds sort of trap with it just to sort of get a good feel for it, and it shoots very, very well. And then I tried it on some sporting. I shot 50 sporting on Wednesday night, shot 42 with it. Pretty happy with that. It patterns higher than a Sporter, but as long as you're aware of that, and the fact obviously that it's 3/4 and full, you get some pretty emphatic breaks. It's choke for smoke, so you're either going to absolutely smash them or miss. And to be honest, it's pretty, I found it really, shall we say, invigorating to make those kills, because you absolutely know you've knacked them when you've knacked them, but when you miss, you miss. Your barrels are in the right place. You're going to make some lovely kills with them. Other than that, really nice gun. I've no complaints about it at all. Really enjoyed shooting it. It is definitely very nice. The weight, well, it's 8.5 pounds. My normal gun is 9, so I didn't feel that it was overly heavy. Perhaps if you were a slighter build or you prefer to lighter gun, you might find it a bit pendulous and a bit more difficult to get moving, perhaps if you're shooting a lot of sporting with it. But to be honest, that's not what you're going to buy it for. It's a trap gun at heart. Personal preference, to be honest, I prefer a high rib for trap. Having had a choice of shooting both types of gun, I'd probably go for a high rib trap gun, just personal preference. But if you're into trap on a traditional frame and you like Berettas, then it's definitely worth giving one of these things a look. The wood on this gun is actually quite nice for the grade of wood that it is. It's reasonably nicely figured. Checkering's nice, good pistol grip, really nice gun to hold and to move around. I like a good handful, and this thing definitely does have that. Super. All right, guys. It's Christmas, so it would be remiss of me not to wish you all a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. I'll be back in a few weeks, and hopefully we will have a Perazzi for you to look at then. And in the meantime, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Don't forget, subscribe, take a look at the rest of my videos, and I'll see you again next time.